In this edition of Detroit Performs, an artist explores the idea of identity, personally and cosmically, through his paintings and sculptures.
When I speak Arabic, people say, oh, you have an accent. And when I speak English, they said, you have an accent. But I tell them when I draw, I have no accent. And I feel art is a universal language.
CritcCar Detroit shares a review on the art exhibit In-Habitation.
The show In-Habitation is about, features a variety of different takes on domesticity.
An actress shares her inner thoughts as she steps on stage.
But it's your ego. Your ego is your worst enemy, but also your biggest ally in this industry, because if you don't have a thick skin, you won't make it.
And the Knight Foundation urges you to vote on the People's Choice Awards Challenge.
We'll be able to service and repair bikes and also help people learn how to fix their bikes. And we're just trying to better our situation.
It's all ahead in this edition of Detroit Performs.
Major funding for Detroit Performs is provided by the McGregor Fund. Additional funding is provided by the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs and the National Endowment for the Arts, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to Detroit Performs. I'm your host, DJ Oliver, and I'm going to take you through Detroit's very unique Museum of Contemporary Art, also known as MOCAD. Architect Andrew Zago converted MOCAD from a former auto dealership alongside Woodward in Midtown. Now, the architecture is intentionally raw and unfinished to mimic its surroundings. Now, the front definitely piques my interest as to what's exhibited inside. So while I head inside the museum, you can check out our first artist, whose art embodies what MOCAD stands for. Artist Adnan Charara owns a vast studio in Detroit, where he creates Picasso-like paintings and attention-grabbing sculptures.
You know how quickly when you were a kid, the first time you grab that pencil and you just express yourself and you just wanted to draw and show this emotion and your feeling.
Adnan grew up in Lebanon and Sierra Leone and came to the United States for college.
I came to the US at the age of 19 and to study architecture and city planning, and knowingly that I wanted to be an artist.
His vast studio is a repository of art and materials of his art, found objects which inspired his playful exploration of identity.
When I speak Arabic, people say, oh, you have an accent. And when I speak English, they said, you have an accent. But I tell them when I draw, I have no accent, And I feel art is a universal language. And that's what I try to also draw in my art. Like a guy with a big nose or a square body or something. It symbolizes everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from, what color it is, or we all have feelings. We all have the same tears. We all have the same laughters and happiness. I have a purpose with my art. I'm not trying to tell them, oh no, change your mind or something. Just look and find your way. I studied architecture, but I knew I always wanted to be an artist. And I did this thing, it's the same thing as like, this is the hammer that wanted to be a conductor, wanted to be a musician. Oh, you see, this is to me as the immigrant coming to America. I came with my knowledge, with everything to better my knowledge, but also to give.
8 months later, Adnan built a new studio in Midtown Detroit.
After living in Michigan for about now 14 years, I definitely felt that this is the place I have to be. As an Arab American, I feel this is my home, my place where I can create something new to add, to the fabric and make it a tighter fabric, a better fabric, more colorful. To be an Arab American, I have a base that I can tap into, and it's endlessly to have a great culture and everything, and I can give something good. It's about to show people that don't be afraid to say who you are, because you're only lying to yourself. All my life I wanted to be an artist, and I am an artist, and I'll always be an artist, and I want to create a studio where I can interact with others, and also I'm very well connected with Detroit, and I feel with the industrial, with the struggle. Just like my found objects, that the things I create, I felt that people use those tools and they think that they don't have any more use for it because something new is in the market or things like that, and then I give them this whole new rebirth. So, and I felt that's what Detroit is. It's you could be an artist and you can voice your own voice. I just found these recently in an estate sale, and as soon as I picked them up, I could see, like, you know, a man screaming, but that's like at the beginning, both of them, like these two old men that have been tired sitting in a box and waiting for so long for somebody to come and pick them up. And I was so excited to get them. These are the starting point. I mean, this is a world I tried to create. Here, as you can see, the melancholy hammer that I built from found objects. And although itself is, it's very effective to show what I'm trying to portray, but it wasn't enough for me. I wanted to create the character and show the character in a much more deeper and heavier meaning. So I don't know what it takes me. This is just a beginning of putting something together and forming an identity, a new identity. But yet it was taken from a past. And I feel like these things were gonna be thrown out. And same thing like also an immigrant, you know, like he comes first to a country, whether they run away from a war or they run away because of certain political turmoil or whatever it is, or coming for education or something, they end up taking the harder jobs, they end up moving forward, and they grow and they give something. So, and that's the same thing. It's like take these objects and build them up, and now I have a character, and from this character I can draw them, or they become monumental sculptures. This is an identity thing. It's me creating the subject and yet giving it a chance and looking at it in many, many different angles and working with it and build on it. So it's all coming from the self and from seeing things around and translate and retranslate it so the audience can look at it in a whole new way. Most important thing I find out is, like, you cannot hide behind your finger. You are who you are. And my wife always tells me, what's that mean? I said, well, you know, you really cannot hide behind your finger. And that's the truth. You just be yourself, be truly yourself, because you live within yourself, and, you know, be proud of who you are, because that's when you're gonna give truly the most. And that, once I recognized that more, I realized how quickly I form an identity, how quickly I started to be myself and something new. And that's really what I want to show people, that no matter where they come from, to don't give up and to keep seeking and looking, because life is so beautiful.
For more information on Adnan Charara and all the artists you'll see featured here today, visit DetroitPerforms.org. Now, part of MOCAD's mission is to fuel crucial dialogue, and this exhibit here, called In-Habitation, does just that, urging the viewer to question existing biases and assumptions about what the idea of home truly means. Now, these next CritcCar Detroit Citizen reviewers help to explain the In-Habitation showcase a little further.
Hi, my name is Greg Tom, and I'm the gallery director at Eastern Michigan University, and I'm also the curator for In-Habitation. The show runs through July 28th and features 3 artists, Matt Kenyon, Osman Khan, and Jason Ferguson. They're all professors, either in IPSI or in Ann Arbor, and the show In-Habitation is about, features a variety of different takes on domesticity, or the home. It's paired with the excellent exhibit by Mike Kelly, Mobile Homestead, which is also here at MOCAD till July 28th.
You can view more of CritcCar Detroit Citizen reviews on their Facebook page and YouTube channel, which you can find through DetroitPerforms.org. And joining me now is the Curator of Education for MOCAD, Katie McGrowen. How are you, Katie?
Great, thanks.
All right. Now we want to talk about the In-Habitation exhibit. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, In-Habitation is an exhibition of local artists, actually, 2 professors from the University of Michigan and 1 from Eastern Michigan, and curated by Gregory Tom, who's a local curator. And it's a show that deals with issues of domesticity and household life. Okay. And it relates to our other spring opening, the Mike Kelly Mobile Homestead.
Okay. Now, a lot of our viewers are probably wondering, how does MOCAD differ from the DIA?
MOCAD is very different from the DIA. The DIA is a comprehensive museum, and so they collect all different kinds of art. MOCAD, on the other hand, specializes in contemporary art, which is usually art made in the last 30 years. And so we actually are a non-collecting institution, and we're able to operate and respond to trends in contemporary art more easily.
All right, so what would you say is MOCAD's mission to the city of Detroit?
Our mission is to bring to the people of Detroit contemporary artwork from emerging and established American and international artists.
Okay, I like that. What kind of events does MOCAD hold here each year?
MOCAD has tons of public programs. We have an extensive music series. We have lectures, artist talks, tours, family days, workshops. We're launching a teen council in the fall, which is a big initiative. We have tons of public programming that operates on a seasonal basis.
Now let's talk about some of the ideas you have for the fall coming up with MOCAD.
On Friday, September 6th, our fall exhibition opens, which is a really exciting one. The show is called The Past is Present, and it's curated by Jens Hoffman. And it's an exhibition for which we've invited 15 artists to create murals, full-size murals, that relate to specific scenes in Detroit's history.
Hopefully you'll get me here too. All right, well, thank you, Katie. I appreciate that insight.
Thank you.
All right, now here's a look at some upcoming events happening around Detroit. You may think I have left MOCAD, but I have not. I'm standing within artist Mike Kelly's final public project, Mobile Homestead, which is a full-scale replica of the artist's childhood suburban home. Kelly conceived the project to express his ideas about having to suppress his true desires behind a socially acceptable facade. Our next segment features actress Vanessa Sawson, who is a Michigan native and resident of Ferndale. Now, she has been in more than 10 productions at the Hillberry Theater in Detroit and appeared on many other Metro Detroit stages. Here, she talks about her deepest thoughts and what acting means to her.
You can give everything that you have to give, and when you're a kid, they say, just try your best, because that's all you can do is just try your hardest. In this industry, trying your best means nothing. You can try your best and you can feel so great about that, but there is always going to be someone that is better than you. And until you can overcome that with more training or more perspective, you're kind of just, you're stuck being who you are. I beat myself up a lot. I have a hard time with accepting the fact that I'm not perfect. And I know that sounds silly, but it's your ego. Your ego is your worst enemy, but also your biggest ally in this industry, because if you don't have a thick skin, you won't make it. But I also have a fantastic little brother that comes to my house and spends hours and hours with me, memorizing my lines, helping me. He makes me say my lines in my own words, so I know what I'm talking about, which helps. So he's very good at this. I have a boyfriend of 12 years, and he's a wonderful man. I lost my mother when I was 23, and I lost my father when I was 11. So he has been my rock for 12 years. The hardest role I've played was Lois in Dr. Bob and Bill W. And she was a 40-year-old woman married to an alcoholic. But during the production, my uncle passed away, who was unfortunately battled with alcohol and drugs. And his funeral was at 5. So I had enough time to finish my first show, go to his funeral, and watch his children bury their father over a disease that I was performing a play about. I had no problem performing that show. All the emotion was real and it was there. But I knew I had a job to do, and I felt like I wasn't just saying the words for the audience, but for the world and for myself and for my uncle, and it was quite amazing. I felt like I grew a lot after that show, because I went from not knowing anything to knowing so much. After the show is over at the Hillberry, when you're yourselves again and you're walking backstage and everyone's walking through this big long hallway behind the stage, all walking, getting ready to go out that night or what they're gonna do, finish their homework. And it's just a moment for me that is one of my favorite moments every evening of, we're just these people who put on costumes and tell stories. This is what we do. And it's a magical moment.
Check out DetroitPerforms.org for more information on Vanessa Sawson and all the artists you'll see featured here today. Now, next up, we have a very special segment where we urge you, the viewer, to get involved. Now, what if you could help decide who should win $20,000 for their art project? Well, you can. Just vote in the Knight Foundation's People's Choice Award. Here are the 5 Arts Challenge nominees.
Welcome, survivors. You have traveled.
Complex Movements Collective represents the idea of the connection between complex science and social movements.
We're taking hip-hop performance, this amazing storyline that Invincible has been working on, the sound, the visuals, and essentially creating like an immersive experience.
The funding would help us turn a pod into a rocket ship and bring this rocket ship into your community and then have this experience knock your socks off.
We hope that the participants engage with the piece, and as they experience this journey, that they start to apply its lessons to their everyday lives and to the way that they work for change in their own communities.
do a lot of orchestra bike rides. We do stuff in the community. We do Angel Night. We'll be riding around and patrolling streets. In this neighborhood, the kids come and they, oh, can you fix my bike? No, you gonna fix your bike. We're gonna show you how. We take our time and show them how to do it. You just don't get one of these shirts and you have to do community service because you won't get one of our shirts. I'm trying to get this building right now so we can open the building up and get out of the house. That way we can service the community better, as far as like it's no bike store from the Riverwalk to like 9.5 Mile Road. So we'll be like in the middle. We'll be able to service and repair bikes and also help people learn how to fix their bikes. And we just trying to better our situation all in the same time, which everybody else it'll help also.
Lo and Behold Records and Books is a publishing house and storefront as well. We put out records and books. Folk Blues Night, it's a musical series. It's a monthly musical series. Performers will come to sit in, but there's also performers that are invited. We record them with some old ribbon microphones. We've been putting them up for free download with the intention of saving money that way, and then putting out a series of LPs. The money would go toward, well, I need some renovation work in the space and upkeep on some of the gear too, the recording gear and stuff like that. I'd put a little into that. I'd allocate money for the performers, and then the rest would go toward just hammering out recordings. I'm really committed to this neighborhood and Hamtramck in general. It's there's a lot of potential, I think, for this neighborhood. If I see you tomorrow, if I feel tomorrow.
Our organization is the Mount Elliott Makerspace, and it's a village workshop for making, tinkering, and learning as a way to strengthen community so that people can have the skills, knowledge, and whatever they need to create happier lives for themselves. Our idea is a hyper-interactive hip-hop Mardi Gras parade. So the idea is to combine forces with a couple other groups around the city that we've wanted to work with for a while. Ralph Taylor of Caribbean Mardi Gras has been doing the parade and festival for some time, and we think combining our work with lights and gadgets and sound could make his outfits and his performance more amazing. And then also bringing in the 5E Gallery and their skill with music and performance and visual arts will also continue to augment and make the event more amazing. I think this project will positively impact the community because it gives us the opportunity to bring 3 diverse, amazing groups together with complementary skills. I really think would generate a lot of optimism and create some positive memories that I hope will continue to be generated year after year as the event continues.
We're telling stories about this town and about the people who live here and about our lives. Our mission and purpose is to connect humanity, heal and transform community, and provide an uplifting, thought-provoking, soul-cleansing entertainment experience that's unique through the art and craft of storytelling. And nobody! What we want is support in expanding this effort and this model. It's already connecting humanity, it's healing and transforming community, and people are coming to these storytelling events, and the vendors are selling their products out, and it's getting a synergy and an energy in Detroit. I want to change the story of blight and tragedy and turn it into these glorious stories. When you see the audience and you see how they rise up and it's a different energy than the statistics, because behind every statistic is a human being and their story. I'm just saying, don't move South feel in a little box. Stay in your house in Detroit. Because in 3 years, you're going to ride by your house go, damn. Should have stayed in that house.
Don't delay. Voting ends Friday, August 9th. To see videos again, learn more about the nominees, and vote for your favorite, visit DetroitPerforms.org or nightarts.org. And that wraps it up for this edition of Detroit Performs. For more information on arts and culture, visit DetroitPerforms.org, where you'll find featured videos, blogs, and information on upcoming arts events. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook too. Now, we'd like to thank the Museum of Contemporary Art for letting us explore here today. Don't forget to get out there and discover it for yourself. Until next time, get out there and show them how Detroit performs. I am DJ Oliver. Thanks for watching, guys.
Major funding for Detroit Performs is provided by the McGregor Fund. Additional funding is provided by the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs and the National Endowment for the Arts, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.